we are back from Miami and we are straight back into it. This man, he's been doing some hours over there and he's working
over there, over here,
triple hours over here since he's been back.
That's it, literally.
He's got to build a 1600 horsepower 991 and 18. Oh, I don't know, but what are you building there?
I'm building a 1600 991 got two ES1500 992s .1 cabs. Both of them are cabs as well. Yeah.
Just taking over the world.
I don't even know. Oh, yeah. Danny's over there somewhere. I don't know who this is. He's working hard over there.
It's a hologram. But for today, we are bringing you something else. We are going to be bringing you the noise. We've got this V12 Ferrari Cilindri on the dyno. We fitted up an FI exhaust system. We're going to be tuning it, so make sure you stay tuned because that thing is insane. So guys, we have just tuned our very first V12 Cilindri. We don't know how many of these have been tuned around the world right now, but this is our first one to tune and it's made some really impressive results. It makes 830 horsepower from factory, and as you would expect from Ferrari, they do not lie about their figures. It made bang on 746 at the wheels. It did drop after that down to 729, but we are going to go with the highest base stock power figure rather than the lowest like other people may do, but that shows that it's making 830 crank. So once we had finished our tuning, we ended, oh no, we didn't end up with that, that's not the right power, 1 second. So our tune power ended up being 776 wheel horsepower and 471 foot-pound of torque at the wheels. Now that works out to be 860 bhp, so that works out to be on paper a top peak gain of 30 bhp from the quoted power figures to what we've got here. However, the actual figures tell a very different story when you look into them. So if we take a look at a comparison, so we've taken the 746 stock run and you've got the 776 tuned run. So as you can see in the mid-range, there is massive gains throughout there. Gains of over 50 wheel horsepower. So that's a 56 wheel horsepower gain there at 7,400 RPM. Another 58 wheel horsepower gain there. So that's almost 70 horsepower in the mid-range that you are gaining from this tune. It is running the FI exhaust, so it is our tune with that as well. And then also, as you can see at the end, it tails off with the stock file. The 746 is at 8,800 RPM, and then that tails off, and at the end at 9,000 RPM, it makes a difference of a 56 wheel horsepower difference there as well. So the tuned version actually in real life is making 70 horsepower more than a stock car. So that's a massive gain from an NA car, and we're going to take this on the road, and you guys are going to enjoy the symphony of this V12.
So guys, we've got Hamer's ES1500, but it's no longer ES1500. We are going ES1500. So with this, it's freshly built, custom heads, cams, everything is totally changed on this. From the ES1300 to the 1500, you've got a lot of work that goes into these builds. People think, oh look, 200 wheel horsepower, you don't need much. But we've changed the whole game. So a man like Emre has put together this bad boy. We are running different heads to the stock 992 Turbo S heads, which we run on our ES13 packages. So now all I'm doing, mounting everything up, manifolds are on, we're putting the turbos on, we're putting the exhaust on. I've done the Dodson clutch as well, so he's gone from a 9 plate to an 11 plate. So I've done all of that, that's already built. But yeah, you guys have probably seen plenty of videos on social media of this car, so it was fast before, but now we're going even faster.
So this ES1300 convertible is now complete. We've got the final dyno numbers, and this is now not only the fastest 992 convertible in the world, it is also the most powerful. It's made 1,303 horsepower at the wheels and 1,025 foot-pound of torque as well, so not so shabby. That works out to be 1,528 bhp at the crank. So that's insane numbers, and it's no wonder that the car does the numbers that it does on the road, because it is seriously fast. But don't take my word for it, check out these draggy times. So guys, as you saw, that was some seriously fast numbers that he put down on the street. To get those times in a convertible is just insane. I don't know of any faster convertibles out there, but if you do, then make sure you let us know in the comments below, so then we can see how much faster we need to go to get it to the next level. But one thing I wanted to mention about these 1300 builds, we have said it before, but I wanted to just emphasize it once again. Obviously, a convertible's not the first choice that comes into your mind when you're thinking about building a super fast car. However, the owner, Chris, he wanted to make something that was very, very fast, still usable as a daily car, because he has a young baby he wants to put into the car, as well as his wife taking it down to the shops as well. So for us, drivability was a key point that we needed to make sure is 100%. And that is also shown when we take this car out. Rebase takes it for a little bit of a drive and just shows how easy these cars are to drive. It's not like, okay, oh wow, it's 1500 horsepower, it's going to be clunky, it's going to be horrible to drive, you know, jerking, this, that and the other. No, this is going to be as stock as an ES900, but just insanely fast when you want it to be. We also have switchable maps on the 1300, so different boost levels, so you can just have it on a lower setting when you need to. It doesn't always need to be on kill. And we run it on flex fuel as well, so you can run it on ethanol if you have that at the pump, or if you have it at home, you can just put it in and mix it with your pump fuel. We mix the ethanol with pump fuel, not a mix with race fuel. So we're just trying to make this car as user-friendly and street-friendly as possible, just so our customers can enjoy driving these cars day to day without any issues at all.
Bro, that looks so sick. If Batman had a convertible.